Last year, popular YouTuber Jschlatt took the internet by surprise when he released a cover of himself singing a Christmas song, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, in response to all of these AI versions of people making him sing songs. What shortly released after this was another single followed by a whole EP/album dropping of Jschlatt singing all these Christmas songs. And the best part about this is that he's not a singer at all. The only reason he really did it was just to show that human art is better than the AI art that people can produce, and putting in the work can actually make a great product. But how did the Christmas album turn out? It was actually really good, and it's still really good. So that's why I was super excited to see a few days ago that he released a deluxe version for this Christmas. So when the first album came out, I already made a little video talking about that, but I want to talk about what the deluxe album kind of adds onto it. Think of it kind of like a deluxe version of that video. So for the deluxe album, he added 3 new songs: Sleigh Ride, Melakaliki Maka, and The Man with the Bag. And I think these are 3 great choices that already fit the ones that came before it on the album. I mean, it makes sense that he would kind of go with these 3, seeing as they are classics, and whenever he talked about the songs from the past album, he said he really liked the faster, more up-paced ones because they were easier to sing and took a lot less tries to get right. So I think these ones work really well for the style of voice that he's kind of going for. I mean, some of the slower ones might have been my favorite off the album, but I mean, either one of them are still going to be good. And the arrangement for the new songs are pretty nice as well. I mean, it's still the song that you'd expect to hear, but really leans into the more jazzy side of it. The horns are extra blaring, and the drums have a bit more punch to them, which I didn't quite notice as much in the earlier songs from the first release. And with all this arrangement, the songs still sound just as good as the first ones. It legit sounds like something that you would hear playing throughout like a shopping center mall or whatever. But what about the vocals? We want to hear what the big man himself is doing on these, right? Well, there was 2 things that really stuck out to me when I listened through these tracks. The first thing was that the vocals sound ever so slightly different. Not that they sound bad by any means, but you can tell by going from like the first tracks that were recorded to the deluxe ones that they sound a little bit different. And I wanted to figure out why, but like there was no release or press thing like anything that they released at all for this deluxe album. So I wasn't sure how I was going to find like if they were recorded at the same time, if they were held back, if they were newly recorded. So I had to go to the deepest, darkest parts of the internet for this, and it was a long journey. Nah, I'm just kidding. I scrolled down on the official credit list on the YouTube video, and you can see right there it says it was recorded in a different studio than the first set of songs and was done by a different producer and arranger. And this would definitely explain why the songs sound a bit different. I mean, if you don't think the producer does too much, think of it kind of like the director of a movie. Even though they're not the one like on the screen, they're still orchestrating all these parts to come together and make sure it sounds the way that it should. And in doing so, they get to add a bit of their own artistic touch to it. So I think that can explain why the vocals would sound a bit different, and having it, of course, just be in a different space is going to make them sound a little different inherently. Now, do I think the vocals sound bad? No, not at all. I mean, it still sounds just as good, but you'll notice that it sounds slightly different when you're listening to it, and that's probably the reason why. And then the other big thing that I noticed about these vocals that I really liked, more specifically on the deluxe one than what they had in the original, was just how much fun he was having with it. There were so many little parts that were just like throwing in his own little spin onto the song, and even kind of having fun with it by playing with the rhythm of the tempo. The first one that really stuck out was the Sleigh Ride song, as it like slows down and speeds up, and he does a lot of syncopated singing instead of like singing on the beat, which you might notice. And I think this kind of works well because you think of a sleigh ride as bumpy anyway if it's being pulled by like a horse or something. So I think that's a nice little detail, but again, it just sounds like he's having more fun with it, which is super cool. Now, something a little interesting when we take a look at the song order for the deluxe album is that the originally released songs are now in a different order. And this is interesting because normally whenever somebody releases a deluxe album, they just slap the new songs on at the end of it and then don't really change the ones that came before. And I don't really know why they decided to change them, but my best guess is that maybe since it's on a vinyl, they wanted you to be able to kind of swap up the order that you play them on. So if they just had, you know, the same order as the first year's vinyl, whenever you put it on, you'd have to listen to the 8 tracks all the way in the same order that you'd listen to on your other one. So it makes that kind of obsolete. At least this way you kind of get 2 different cycles that you can go through. And if that's the reasoning, that's pretty cool. But there might just be something else that I don't know about. I also like how when you go to the website to buy the vinyl, the landing page is a little cozy like home space, and you click around to go to the different items you can buy instead of just being a block of text that you mindlessly scroll through. So what do I think about this deluxe album? Is it any good? Is it just a soulless cash grab to try and get more money out of people who bought the vinyl first year and wants to have the full collection? I mean, Maybe, but I don't think so. I mean, it's just more of a very 1999 Christmas. I think pretty much regardless, we were all going to listen to this album through again anyway, but it just gives us a little nice reminder to go back and listen to it with a couple new songs thrown in there for free. How cool is that? I'm always so shocked that this album even got made, and I'm even more shocked at how good it turned out. That's why I keep making videos about it. And I think this deluxe album is just a nice little continuation from last year's. It's not trying to be more than it is. It's just more Christmas songs sung by more of the silly guy. If you want to hear me talk more about the original release with like the first, couple original songs, I made a video about that last year when it first came out, and I'll add a little card to it at the end. The video was a little rushed and didn't turn out great, but I think like the points in there still stand. There's just weird editing stuff, so if you notice it, don't say anything about it. But until then, let's go do some Christmas stuff, because we only have a month left before that, and not miss the theme. So I'll see you guys later.